All right, I think this is good. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm just gonna kind of go into this. I'm just gonna, today I'm gonna be doing a winter get ready with me look. So I'm just gonna show you guys my makeup and how I might just do my hair and what I might wear. It's actually the middle of a snowstorm right now, so I thought, what better thing to do when I'm gonna be trapped inside for maybe a day or two or three then make a video. So that's what I'm about to do right now. So hope you guys like it. This is one of my very first videos, so just bear with me. It might not be perfect. It might have the best editing, but we're gonna progress and we're gonna move forward. All right. So first, I start with my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. It's really grimy because I've had it forever, but I have really oily skin and I enjoy that drugstore primer. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Stay Matte foundation. I like to be matte in the winter because I just hate being shiny. I have really, really oily skin, like I'm shiny at all points in time. So I'm just going to take my very dirty Dupe Beauty Blender. It's not a real beauty blender, it's from like Marshall's, but I think it works great. And I'm just going to spread that all over my face and just get it nice and good. I like to go down my neck a little bit and over my lips and my eyelids just so everything is even. Now I'm like playing with my phone. So I have excess on my hand and I'm just blending, trying to use all the extra. We hate wasting foundation. And then I'm gonna go ahead in with my NARS. I know I'm holding them up to the camera like you can actually see any of the labelings, but this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm just gonna put that under my eyes, kind of in like a sideways triangle shape, and then put it on my blemishes. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take another Dupe Beauty Blender, spray some of my NYX Dewy Spray on it, and just blend it in. This is actually the shape of an actual beauty blender, but it's still like from Marshalls too. I refuse to pay $20 for a sponge. And I'm gonna go ahead and dot all of my little blemishes and blend that in. So it gives me a kind of lighter look under my eyes. And then I'm gonna take my NYX Mineralize Set It Don't Fret It powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of baking. So I just put it on my sponge, a different sponge or the same one, doesn't matter, and just put it kind of like a light spots where you would contour your face. I don't do any contouring here because I don't contour every day. Then I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Prime eyeshadow primer that is pretty new to the drugstores. I realized they have different shades, and at the time I didn't, but it blends out to pretty much nothing, so it works fine on my skin. And in this haul, not haul, in this video, I like to kind of use mainly drugstore products because those are more of my everyday type of stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX eyebrow pomade, and NYX also has a eyebrow brush that should actually be by the pomade at your local Ulta. That's how I found it. And I'm just going to take my spoolie from Elf and comb brush through my eyebrows. And I like to just outline the ends of my eyebrows at first, dark, and then kind of brush it in lightly when I'm done. So that's what I'm just going ahead and doing here. And I'll just say this now because everyone's probably wondering what this ridiculous backdrop is. it didn't really work. I tried to make a makeshift backdrop and it didn't work, so it's a little rough. So just bear with me on that. So then I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out with this spoolie once I'm done, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. But anyway, back to this backdrop. It's literally a sheet with some Christmas lights over it, like attached to my loft bed, and you can probably tell it's pretty rough. But again, my room is a work in progress, and this is one of my first videos, so I'm kind of learning as I go along what works and what doesn't work. So I will probably be trying to paint my room a more neutral color um, sometime in the near future, so that I won't have to have the stupid backdrop and I can just use my plain old walls and it won't look so tacky. And once I'm done filling in my eyebrows with my pomade, I'm just going to go ahead and take a dance break. And I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer and just line my eyebrows with a thin brush from Real Techniques. I'm not actually sure what the exact name of that brush is, but I will put that in the info box. And I'm just going to line my eyebrows just to carve them out. I don't carve my eyebrows out every day when I'm lazy, but it definitely does make them look so much neater and nicer when you do carve them out. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the point with my sponge and just kind of blend it in. I know some people like to use like the baby sponge, but I heard that you just lose them and it just doesn't work out like you planned. So I just use my big one. Works just fine for me. So I'm going to take my L'Oreal Brow Plumper, Pumper, and just go ahead and put that over them to hold them in place. Brows obviously take the longest, you see. And then I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. I'm using the eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. And I'm taking my World Traveler palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going in first with the lightest matte shade. I like to mix mattes and vibrants, or not vibrant, shimmers. And then I'm just going ahead with the orangey shade, the orange matte shade. And with a fluffy brush, this is actually the brush from my Naked palette. I actually really like this brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. That's from the Naked Smoky palette. And then I'm pointing and I'm going to use the, again, lightest matte and just go ahead and fill in my actual lids. Then I'm going to take the small smoky side of, or blender side of my brush, and I'm going to take the brown shade and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the corners of my eyes a little bit, go into my crease just a little bit, not all the way. Kind of doing kind of a natural dramatic look, and then I'm just going to take the fluffier side and fluff it out. I really like this brush because it kind of is a brush that you can use all in one when you're trying to do a smoky eye. It is a really good brush for a smoky eye, which makes sense as to why it would come in the smoky palette, I guess. Then I'm going to take my purple smoky brush from United Colors, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the goldish shade and just use that for a highlight and just highlight under my eyebrows and a little bit into my inner corners just to kind of make it all blend nicely. Then I'm going to take my NYC liquid eyeliner. It's literally $2 and like 50 cents. I literally swear by that eyeliner. And I'm just gonna go ahead and line my eyes. I love a good wing. Like if I'm going anywhere, anytime I go out and I'm like doing a full makeup, I do not leave the house without a good wing. Like I love wings. I love cat eyes. That is my thing. I think they just make your eyes stand out and just look so pretty, and I love them. So there, and then my camera had actually shut off. So I'm gonna go ahead and just redo this on the other side. And my wings are actually never really perfect, but I like to kind of draw them. And obviously, you see they start to get thicker and thicker. But hey, we go with it, and they always end up looking good in the end. And I would never be that girl to be like, your wings are uneven. Because a good, even wing is literally like the struggle. So you can see I'm just doing that. And then I'm just bringing it down a little tiny bit under my eye. I always like to do that. I just think it kind of makes the wing pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my buffer brush from Real Techniques and go ahead and buff in my little baking that I did, little makeshift baking. It's nice to do baking when you don't want to contour because it kind of helps if you use a little bit of a lighter shade because then you can put your baking in your areas obviously that are lighter. So then I'm just going to take the NYX, their black um, eye crayon, and I just like to use that and do my inner waterline. And I'm going to take the brown shade with the smaller smoky end of that same Naked palette brush and blend it nice and good. Kind of give it a little bit of a neutral kind of smoky. And I can't even get that open right there. That is Black Radiance. Black Radiance, that's actually an e.l.f. brush that I'm using to blend. And it's a foundation brush, but I actually like to use it to put on my bronzer. About the company Black Radiance, I think you can find them in Walgreens, and they're a really great drugstore company for darker skinned girls. They're really great because you can find shades that are dark enough to actually be a bronzer, because I know darker skinned girls struggle with finding bronzers that actually are dark enough to bronze your skin. So I really like that one because it is dark enough and it was like maybe $2-3. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little brush. I'm not actually sure where that brush is even from. I got it for Christmas. And I used Avalon from ColourPop, their highlighter, and I just went on the top of my cheekbones, and then I'm taking my Milani powder. This is in the orangish color. I love that orange color. It's the one that looks like a rose. And there I'm looking for my big blender brush. It was in my work bag. And then I'm just taking my big blender brush and blending everything. And I'm taking my dewy spray from NYX, setting it, and then I'm going to go ahead with my mascara. And this is the benefit. They're real mascara. I don't generally use high-end mascaras, but I do like to try them every now and then just to see if there's going to be one where I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. But, nah, I haven't really found it yet. I do really like this one. But like I said, I just haven't really found one yet. And I like to take my mascara brush and go vertical to get those inner smaller lashes to get them to really be coated and stand up. And I always put mascara on my bottom lashes. If you don't try it, I just think it makes such a difference. I love it. So if I put mascara on, I'm always putting it on my bottom lashes. I never don't. So, yeah. Then I'm going to take my lip pencil in the color Burgundy from MAC, and I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. Fun trick that I learned is that if you have thicker lips, you line your lips sideways, kind of horizontally, and the line thicker. And if you have thinner lips, you do it more vertically. Vertically. And then I'm going to take my MAC liquid lipstick. This is in the burgundy shade. I'm not actually sure what it's called. I will have to put that down below. And I realized that one of my lips, like my little heart, is like higher than the other. Don't know what that's about. And I am just rocking some overalls that I found at Marshalls, a sweater from H&M, a nice scarf from Forever 21, and some boots from GoJan. And I'm putting this on, and I'm just ready to go with my jacket from Toby. And there's my whole look.